just when you think that the Abrahamic mind virus, this disease from the Middle East, this beast from the Middle East, has not consumed enough souls, destroyed enough people, ruined and viciously abolished and made prohibitions against everything that's not one of them, whether it be extreme Christian fundamentalism or jihad. Here we go again. Europe wasn't enough for them. North America wasn't enough for them. Central and South America wasn't enough for them. Africa's not enough for them. Now they're going after the oldest indigenous people on earth, the Aborigines of Australia. And this is an article that was on Pathos, and it says Pentecostal Christians are burning Australia's sacred Aboriginal objects. And this is a quote here from ABC, that's the Australian Broadcasting Company news report. Pentecostal Christians are burning Australia's sacred Aboriginal objects because they believe the traditional Aboriginal culture is a type of devil worship. Here we go again. Just go right back 1800 years to Europe, when they were tearing down the temples of Apollo, Athena, finishing off the Library of Alexandria, biting the flesh, raping and setting fire to Hypatia. They're still at it. The virus cannot contain itself. The demon Jehovah is insatiable. Australian TV news reports an investigation by Background Briefing has uncovered dramatic scenes in the Kimberley region where Aboriginal followers of a Tongan-based born preacher have set fire to artefacts considered sacred by many elders and dismantled and burned a spiritual law ground. According to the report, the vandalism of sacred objects is being conducted by the followers of Pastor Anna Makahunini, a young Pentecostal preacher, claims that traditional Aboriginal culture is a type of devil worship. Here we go again, and her own Tongan past, no doubt that's been the same. The Daily Mail reported that Anna, to be known, I can't pronounce her second name, to be known from now on as the demon-infected crusader, Anna, arrived in Wangkatjungkakam, 100 kilometres southeast of Fitzroy Crossing in Western Australia's Kimberley in 2015, in the middle of nowhere. Like the virus has to penetrate everywhere, where from the initial destruction of the pagan temples of Europe, to the Crusades, to the destruction of the Cathars, to the 3 Swedish Crusades to wipe out the pagans of the Eastern Baltic. They cannot help themselves. They cannot leave other religions alone, because the jealous, insane, bipolar demon Jehovah consumes all. The community is a settlement of 180 predominantly Wangkatjungka speaking people with strong links to their desert culture. But now they all think they're from the Middle East. But after the arrival of the young preacher, dozens were born again and baptized as Christians. Their souls destroyed for this demon Jehovah. A year after Miss demon-infected, what's her name? Her followers built a bonfire to destroy, wait for it, satanic objects they thought were cursing their community, and filmed the process. So the usual thing, playing off the hardships in the communities and not telling them that was the fault of the original Christian colonializers, whether they be Dutch, Portuguese or English of Australia. But no, not them. It's their own fault, their own before that was perfectly fine before the Europeans came along. Well, not the Europeans, before the Crusaders, the Christians came along. A grainy video of the bonfire shows people cheering as objects are thrown into the flames and black smoke billows in the air. For many years we have been deceived by Satan and his demonic beings, an unidentified man narrates as the fire burns. Now we throw away all the things that we've been keeping for us in bondage and slavery. God help us. Now, you see, a lot of this has to do with the fact that the Pentecostal church, because it is so evil, it targets people that have had addictions issues. that there's a Pentecostal church in central Dublin, and all you see coming out of it are junkies, former junkies and alcoholics. And Pentecostalism specifically targets alcoholics and junkies, people with addictions issues, and tells them that the reason that they have that addiction is because they don't have the addiction of Jesus. And this is what's happening in this town. And this settlement in the middle of nowhere of 180 Aborigines. As for Pastor Evil Monster, her followers call her a prophetess, as she claimed that she never instructed her followers to vandalize and burn the sacred Aboriginal objects. No, she was only pointing at the constantly saying they were demonic. But she is pleased they are doing it. Calling traditional Aboriginal culture demonic, the preacher said, "When they talk and share the type of spirit they're using, I can say it is very demonic. I've been seeing that in all connected to witchcraft. That is not from God. That is all from the devil." So from Syria to Rome to Greece to France to the Teutonic world, to the Celtic world, to the Nordic world, to the Native American world, to the world of the Central America when the conquistadors sent their wolfhounds to tear the Mayas asunder in the name of Jehovah with their wolfhounds, to Central America, to Africa. It goes on and on and on. I'm glad that so many people are finally listening to me and really waking up to what this beast, this virus is. Commenting on those Christians committing this senseless vandalism, Aboriginal leader and Australian Senator Pat Dodson said, listen to this, he says, his quote, his word, "They are a type of virus that has really got no credibility. It's about the lowest act you could perform in trying to indicate to a fellow human being that you have total disdain for anything they represent." Well, thank you very much, Senator Pat Dodson. It's unbelievable. And there's a picture of her there with the same catatonic smile that you get in all the other cults and the two dead eyeballs. Here we go again. They won't leave us alone. Humanity is constantly assaulted by the Abrahamic mind virus. And now the poor Aboriginal Australians who don't have a pot to piss in, who were already the lowest of the low, now they're being attacked even by this. It's just unbelievable. But again, what have I been talking about for years? Here we are again.